Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It Down. Alright, so Kameli is out, Woljip is in, his companions are a disposable resource, and I have more than I need. Alright, to the Pitaxian Wine Cellar. This abandoned warehouse had a bad name long before the demons attacked. Most of the locals kept their distance from the building, as rumors abounded of someone or something howling and scratching at the boarded up doors from the inside. And the previous owners of the warehouse are said to have left some valuable items in there, but no brave soul has ventured inside to prove it. Until today. Sela has a negative level.
No time for debates.
Let's try this way.
Into the fray!
Huh, that's weird.
I'll go ahead.
Saying saddle up was toggled on like I was mounted. I did mount after combat.
Leads to becoming dismembered.
But I wasn't mounted during combat and took that hit. Alright, so I do know what to expect in here, at least on normal difficulty. I'm assuming it won't be that much different on core.
I'm all ears.
So I'm actually going to stealth over here.
We will win this war.
Mark Sealy right there.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Cast Grease right there.
Let's have some fun.
The inheritor, guide my
I'll remove
blade.
this obstacle.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you. Why not both? Distract them for me. Time to share your treasures. Cover me, all right?
Did you see that?
Alright, you guys stand right here. Have Sela stand in front of him just in case he does stand up. Oh, hey, no, get back. Get back. And Woljip will use... Where's it at? Disrupt Undead.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
No glory without risk.
This will hurt.
Distract them for me.
How can he not fit right here? Doesn't matter. He's dead.
My tail is restless.
Rely on me.
Alright, so we got Icebreaker, and I think there's one more unique weapon down here.
I know the way.
Can't hide from
Follow my
me.
lead.
Yep, good old Tempest. Alright, so for Tempest, this +1 Cold Iron Orc Devil Axe deals additional 1 cold damage with one end and 1 sonic damage with the other. And Icebreaker, whenever this +1 Cold Iron Battle Axe confirms a critical hit, all creatures in a 10-foot area have to make a successful reflex saving throw, or suffer 3 to 6 cold damage. Which seems pretty good. Wait, is it all enemies or all creatures? All creatures. Not as good.
As it should be.
But you can always put communal energy resist on your party and use it somewhat effectively. I do want to see if there's any other changes to the Blackwing Library, besides the knights being set on fire after the tavern defense.
That is not far.
Alright, I don't see anything. Just being diligent.
Focus on the goal.
Let's quick save before something bad happens. Speak to this guy. The eyes of a young lad peer out at you from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it is obvious that his armor is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either very poorly made or a theater prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean you're a friend of Aranka's? What am I saying? Of course it does. So... So he was actually standing there when we first showed up, because that helmet did stand out to me. It looks just like the helmet of a certain NPC in Kingmaker. It shows up at the end of the game. The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomede's Inquisitors appear from all sides, surrounding him. Adept Thal of the Temple of Desna, you're under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet. We'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Prelate Holrun appears behind his people. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think that the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? The youth's eyes go wide, and he says nothing, clearly not knowing what to do. Demons are running amok all over Canabris. Now is not the time for settling scores. On the contrary, now is the perfect time to catch the demons' accomplices while they're overconfident, letting their masks slip. You're torturing this poor boy for nothing. I can't stand for this. The Inquisitor's brow furrows. You bear the gift of heaven, and you're taking the side of a delinquent and a conspirator. Heaven knows not only righteous anger, but mercy as well. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last, he rubs his temples. I do not know why you're standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this Desnan riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I'll see to it that every one of Ramian's runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabris. Come, faithful. We have no further business here. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Inquisitors go. This is just blatantly unfair. We try to protect the city from demons. Instead of helping us, we get hunted by the Inquisitors. Prelate Holrun would be the death of us all. There's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. Yeah, the Inquisition has gone too far. I'm glad I didn't let them take you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holrun. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death. But even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far, trying to break into the Wardstone, and we didn't even save anyone. Chin up, pal. And you screwed up royally, no doubt. But you meant well, didn't you? Holrun was trying to do the same thing as you, but he killed a whole lot of people while doing it. Is this some kind of competition to find the most useless crusader? You've appointed yourself the judge, have you? Oljif scoffs. The most useless crusader contest. I think you mean the whole darn history of the Crusades. And the judge, it ain't me. It's Iskari. If you care to take a look around, he's already announced the results. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess, and reflect on all that has happened. Alright, we'll return to the temple as well, after we finish clearing out the market square of its new enemies.
I know the way.
Together we stand.
I refuse to accept their statement.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
A calculated risk. This should do it. Let's try this way.
Alright, some more experience.
Time to share your treasures!
Mind over muscle.
Out of my sight!
Alright, we're getting a little beat up.
You should have listened
That's
to
okay, we have a
reason.
place to rest here, so not a huge concern.
As it should be.
Thought I heard something over here.
No reason to pause.
This will
Do
hurt.
not fear. Do not waver.
You won't survive me.
Oh, let's get everybody back. We don't want them in the stinking cloud if we can help it.
Cover me, alright?
Endure this. Your performance is
The
lacking.
light.
We're getting a little bit more beat up than I would like to. Because I panicked when I saw the stinking cloud.
Don't mind me.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Whoops, nope. Cast that on the mount, not on Sela. Alright.
No mistakes. That is not far. I'll go ahead.
I don't remember where all the new enemies are at, but I'm just gonna be thorough and check everywhere.
Pretty good, aren't I?
I know the way.
I do like me some experience.
Follow my lead. I know what to do.
You're irrelevant.
Time's not waiting.
Make every strike count.
Honestly, seeing these plagued horses makes me wish that my death-touched horse had a different aesthetic. Even if it shared like a similar hue as the Dampier. The Dampier kind of has like that bluish skin. It'd be a nice touch.
I am prepared.
This is my kind of work.
I'll go ahead. Focus on the goal.
Plus, blue fur horses are a thing. They're kind of blue-grayish. We're not going to go to the temple yet. We're actually going to go rest and go hunt down a very powerful enemy. I don't have any recipes yet. Yeah, I still like the Scroll of Grease the most, I think. Keep that on hand for now. You can change this. Did I change the meal? I thought I did. Yeah. He does have fruit potions. I guess we just don't have any recipes. Ah, screw it. You're gonna get anything out of this book of yours. If you sell it, is there a chance you could get rich off of it? I've never even thought about it, Tiefling boy. I'm generally of the opinion that knowledge should be free.
Ready for anything?
I will help
I know
where
what
I
to do.
can. We will win this war.
Something wrong?
I know the way.
Alright, if we go this way, danger awaits.
Follow my lead.
But it shouldn't be anything we can't handle.
Let's
Oh,
prove
there's
their
more than I
logic
thought.
is lacking.
Calculated risk.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
It's not the fight that I was referring to.
As it
We
should
have
be.
another one down here where we fought that necromancer at. Okay, go away. Inspect. Really wish the
That is
tooltips
not
would go
far.
away.
Our victory is certain.
I will see to your demise. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ask nicely.
Rely on me.
Who, me?
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Yes, what?
We're going all in here because this is not an easy
No mistakes.
fight.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Together, we stand.
My tail is restless.
I welcome your company.
I am prepared.
Are we in trouble yet?
I sure hope so.
Anything new?
All right.
No reason to
Should be
pause.
set.
A bright future awaits us.
I'm always open to ideas.
We are the light. They are the darkness. The Inheritor, guide my blade.
All right. Let's see if we can dazzle this guy before we enter combat with him. Get Darren a little bit closer and use Bane. Am I not mounted? One person mass. All right, that's new. That didn't happen the first time I fought this guy. That's gonna be a little problematic. I mean, Seala's put in some work already, so maybe it won't be that bad.
You won't survive me.
Oh, they come up from behind us too.
Endure this.
Oh, I didn't think he could get pulled into the pit because he has he's flying. I mean, I would gladly take it.
Into the fray.
Make every strike count.
Distract them from me.
Well, keep up
You've
the
crossed the
good work
wrong
there,
mongrel.
Lan.
You won't survive me.
He's going way better than I was expecting it to.
Should do it.
Endure this.
The light. Take.
Oh. That's a little rough.
Time to share your treasures.
And back in he goes.
cover me, alright?
I got an achievement for that too.
Why not roll?
Let's get rid of these grease spells that we put down. I guess he never got his off.
Let's try this one.
Alright, cool. I mean, we lost somebody for it, but we got the Amulet of Devouring, which I think we can put on our mount. So whenever the wearer of this amulet lands a killing blow with a natural attack, he gains temporary hit points equal to his character level for 1 minute. Which is super good for animal companions. Especially if they're the one taking for you, like mounts do.
I know the way. Time's not waiting. Focus on the goal.
Alright, so take care of the rest of the Desnan quest, and the next episode we'll return to the Defender's Heart and begin the attack on Great Garrison. And buy some Raised Dead Scrolls because we're missing a couple of companions now. I'm fine with making do without Camellia, but Sela is our primary tank, and we don't have a good replacement for that. Except for maybe Camellia, but she's also she's also dead. Ilks, Aranka, and Thal sit side by side, like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy, despite the chaos going on around them. If it isn't our rescuer, it's good to see that, or it's good that you've come. Sit with us. Stopping for a minute won't hurt, so I'll gladly sit with you. The adepts share a conspiratorial look. We decided to give you a gift, a special gift, one that we would never share with anyone, except for the person who risked his lives for ours. We didn't just take a stand against evil, but against injustice under the guise of law. Our gift, Aranka cuts in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze. It came to us from the true servants of Desna, from her domain in Elysium. The song can gift a soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. The girl sings the melody. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else? Say, cash? Or even a snack of some kind? Paying no attention to Woljib's chatter, the girl continues to sing. Alright, sing the song after Aranka. Repeat the melody, feeling it coming from somewhere within your heart. And then, when the music stops, Don Quixote finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabras. It all happens in the space of a blink. He closes his eyes on one world, and reopens them on another one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops this new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Don Quixote is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water, deep in a forest. There's no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from their branches are vines, woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out the tree's roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small smooth stones with a strange mirrored surface are scattered across the stream bed in which Don Quixote is standing. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver, and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness, carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. Don Quixote is sure he has never been to this place before, and yet it all feels so familiar. It is the manifestation, not of dreams or fantasies, but of that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. And when a glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or an incredible adventure. A single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Don Quixote unhurriedly makes his way along the stream bed, taking in his surroundings. Whimsically twisting stream runs through the silent forest, and Don Quixote unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no, in fact, quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness and anticipation, of incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. Or then again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences, which dwells within many mortals' hearts. Speculation aside, just as Don Quixote rounds the next bend, an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. Oh, one has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back. Another has the tails of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts tresses of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing all over its skin. "We have a visitor," exclaims one of the strange creatures, and it immediately runs along the stream, sending up moonlight-silvered splashes with every step. Where am I?" "Don't you know where you are?" asks the creature in amazement. "These are plains of breathtaking beauty, and plains of astonishing wonders. Only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty, from the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom." Who are you?" "We are Azadas, the children of freedom," says one of the creatures, carelessly swinging from the branches of a tree. "This forest is our home, for today. Tomorrow, our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the Azure Ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. How did I get here?" "We don't know how you came to be here," says the creature, with a dozen tails smiling. "Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are, which means that something must have brought you, something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you never would have found your way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us, what do you want?" "It's none of your business, freaks." "I have to go back. They need me there." The creature with the butterfly wings, who has hitherto remained silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. "I smell the burning, blood, and tears of the place you have come from. It clings to you. It is right you don't wish to turn your back on the suffering of those you left behind. None of us children of Elysium would do such a thing. Go back, be a bulwark against evil and strife. Your path is true. Would you like to take something from this place as a memento?" The question hangs in the air, and though the words that Don Quixote utters next are merely words, not a spell nor a military command, they seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Yes, I really want to." The Azadas draw closer. "Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans till you have conquered evil within your soul. Your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song. Remember it, and it may help you. Only when you are true to that which brought you beneath the sky." All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second, you were surrounded by light, and we heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. "I had a vision. I was in Elysium, and the Azadas spoke to me." The adepts exchange a look of astonishment. "I swear it's a sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us, and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul." "We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides Desna. But of course, there must be a reason for it. I'm so glad we met you, friend. Not just because I'd be tortured by the Inquisitors right now, if we hadn't. But also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We'll always remember you, no matter what. Alright, so we just unlocked the Azada Mythic Path. Plenty of Overrun's Inquisitors are simply moldy old hypocrites who have no compassion for the suffering of others. Anyone with a heart couldn't do the things they do. I've already read his dialogue. Canabras, what has become of you? Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm going to call the episode here. Off camera, I think I'm going to head all the way back to Defender's Heart. See about resurrecting our companions. And in the next one, we'll probably begin the attack on the Great Garrison. But for now, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.